Welcome in. It's Tuesday, midday. Parker, Sipple, Lincoln Journal-Star, HuskerExtra.com. Just heard from both of Nebraska's coordinators and some players, a couple of assistant coaches, as Nebraska gets ready to play at Michigan State Saturday night. This is 4 downs, the 4 most interesting things we heard today. We're kicking it off with a little 2-for-1 special, injury updates. One promising, one not so much. Ryan Held, the running backs coach, said today that Gabe Ervin had surgery after the injury suffered on Saturday. He's officially out for the season. Tough blow for Nebraska's backfield there. In better news, defensive lineman Casey Rogers, according to Tony Tuioti, 90 to 95%. He traveled to Oklahoma last week, didn't play. Sounds like he's probably set to make his debut against Michigan State.
Yeah, good to get Rogers back. It's really, I hate to expand too much on an injury, a season-ending injury, because it's a rough deal. I thought that Gabe Ervin really was coming into his own.
Yeah.
That's why it's sort of hard to watch. Sometimes it's really hard to watch that kind of stuff. I thought he was running with confidence. You could tell he was very comfortable. So that's a tough one. But Rahmir, on the other hand,
yeah.
Rahmir Johnson.
Number 2.
This is number 2. Yeah, Rahmir Johnson, according to Matt Lubick, he's been able to rise, to be a starter against Oklahoma. We'll see what happens this week. But a lot of it, he knows the system better than anyone, according to Lubick. Lubick was impressed. He kind of kept working and kept himself in the mix when he got shuffled back.
Yeah.
In part of camp for sure. I mean, he was 3rd or 4th, kept working, kept at it, and coaches appreciate that. I like that picture.
Yeah. Ryan Held said briefly on Rahmir Johnson, Ryan Held said they had a meeting where Held sat him down and said, you're either going to do this or you're going to get passed up. And, it's not your last chance, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
And he responded to that.
Yeah.
Number 3, Sipple, penalties. Matt Lubick talked about them. Obviously, not a good deal for Nebraska offensively on the penalty front against Oklahoma.
Parker, you know how it is in your role. A lot of people ask you, come on, Parker, what's the problem with the penalties? How do they go about addressing them? Well, Matt spelled it out fairly well. He said, okay, we talk about it every day, okay? There's officials at practice a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he says we do address it in the moment. When there's a penalty in practice, it's addressed in the moment. Now, he said at the end of the day, those pre-snap mistakes are largely about focus and discipline. But, he addresses it. They address it. It was good to hear they address it in the moment.
Yeah. Number 4, Nebraska's got a big challenge on its hands this weekend with Kenneth Walker, the 3rd Michigan State's running back. DeAndre Thomas said he's the best running back Nebraska will face this year. Nebraska's about to face a slew of good ones in the Big Ten. Tony Tuioti said, they're zone heavy, and he said that the deal with Kenneth Walker is if you leave him any crease, he's really proficient at finding him, then he's tough to bring down. And the numbers spell that out. He's averaging 8.6 a carry on the year.
Yeah, 8.64 yards
That's
a
right.
carry. That gets your attention. He had 27 carries for 172 yards against Miami. I haven't seen him, so I'm interested in what that picture looks like.
Moving toward kickoff, that's 4 downs for Sipple and Parker. Thanks for watching.